Today's make or break. Okay? And it's a weird saying, because you can't really break it if you've not already made it. But today's make or break. Arsenal coming up. Arsenal. The Gunners. We're 2 points behind them. But if we win, we'll be 1 point ahead of them. If we beat Reading. I mean, it's a challenging episode. Right then, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Salford Story. I'm not feeling brilliant. I'm feeling a little bit ill, but the show must go on. Not a good idea. Since we last met then, wins over Bristol Rovers and Leicester, pretty routine. Neither side are having a fantastic season, so expected to win both. The highlight obviously being the 5-1 victory in which Julien Menga gets himself a hat-trick. You might think, oh, where was he playing? Up front. Okay, probably where he's best. You win. So today, as mentioned, we play Reading and Arsenal, and the league table is really spicing up, people. If we take a quick look at it here, you can see that we are indeed 2 points behind Arsenal. Manchester United falling off a little bit, now 5 points behind us. If you look at their recent run of fixtures, you can see why that's happened. If it loads, will it load? You can see in recent weeks, defeats to Leicester. They actually beat Reading, who you obviously play today, and then a loss to Arsenal has really hampered their progression in the league. They've got some tricky games coming up as well, a big game against Liverpool, Manchester City, of course, as well. So they are potentially out of this now, which gives us a bit more of a clear run towards the end. Our fixtures are very similar to theirs, it must be said. Sort of our last run of fixtures are almost identical to theirs, just a different order. So then, Reading first up. Let's run you through the team. I should also note that we play Sampdoria in the Europa League. That'll be next episode. It'll come as part of a sort of a single episode. So the Sampdoria episode. Sampdoria? Either A. That's not a thing. So that's the quarter-final. I'm not entirely sure who we play if we win. I think it's Celtic or Benfica. So semi-final. Yeah, we play Celtic or Benfica if we beat Sampdoria, but that's next time. Let's focus on this time and run you through today's team. So then, the big news coming out of today's episode is going to be the fact that there's a return. Albamba, not quite fit enough to start in my opinion, but he's back after a long injury. He's suffered attribute-wise, physically. I think technically he's gone down a few as well, which is a shame. Mentally, I don't know what happens too much when you get injured. I don't know if the mentals go down. Someone in the comments might be able to aid me with that. But physically, still very good. Still got lots of potential. Only 23 years of age. It is a big injury, but I don't believe he's injury prone. No, he's not. But he has declined slightly over the last 3 months due to the broken ankle, which you kind of expect, right? But hopefully we'll get him back into the team, replace You're Not German. Him and Ankerbrand had a great partnership before this, and he's been a big miss throughout this season. So, Oliveira, Hessing, Ankerbrand, You're Not German. Fidel, Kasper, Sergio playing just ahead because Kovalev's picks up a knock. Caselli on the right, Feldmar on the left, and Menga up top through the middle after his hat-trick last time round. Feldmar is struggling for fitness a little bit, so Barry will probably come on in the second half. It's all synced. It's all wonderful. Let's do this. Let's hope my throat gets through this. Come on, throat! I mean, don't get too excited. I should note as well, you may have seen that very slightly. I think you'll see it here. Sergio now playing as an advanced midfielder on attack. We tried Kovalev there as well. It worked fantastically. We're going to try Sergio there today. Hopefully it works out for him. They're playing a 4-4-2, which is a very common tactic this year on Football Manager. I see a lot of teams, especially the AI teams, obviously, playing 4-4-2. There must be something about it this year that I've not yet discovered. I mean, I did it in the lower leagues of Salford, but since then, not that much. Right, assertive. I think we go assertive again. With a favour, or we'll pick up where you left off last time. I mean, that's what Gerard wants us to say, so that's what we'll say. No more team talks required, we've learnt. Okay then, it's a must-win match. Reading in 9th place, so they're middle of the road side, but a team that we should well be beating, and sets us up then against Arsenal. Obviously, we could go top, actually. I don't really think about this. If Arsenal drop points, or actually, no, we have a game in hand, so we could be top of the table come the end of this game, or the excitement levels are rising. My throat is getting worse. Feldmar running inside, first chance of the game into Sergio. Well, do you know what, we should have done better. Menga laid it off though. First 15 minutes we've had 70% possession, 4 shots, we're dominating. So far so good. This is what I like to see. I mean, we're dominating to such an extent that a Reading opener is almost guaranteed. I'll take a quiet first half though. If it means a good second half, the quiet first half is fine with me. I mean, we are dominating. I don't know how many times I can say that. They've had 90. Their pass completion is 58%. The fact we're not winning is concerning. We're going to go attacking though, because I feel like probably the front foot is the best foot. Although both foots are equal. Okay, we shouldn't be judging foots for their forward or backness. Sometimes I get to half time and I've not thought things through. We're going to try and get assertive. Then you have the ability to make the difference today. today. Hopefully they agree with that. We'll go again. Your ability. Come on, assertive. Your ability. Make the difference. They seem pleased. Feldmeier, keep an eye on him. Barry on about 60. I think we'll make that change. We've got attacking, though. We've had the best of the game. The pass completion, as I say, from Reading, 59% now. Not particularly good. So hopefully something we can capitalise on. I mean, are we closing them down already? We are closing them down. We are closing them down a lot. That could be a factor to why their pass completion isn't very good. Ours isn't great either, though. 70%'s not, or 74%'s not wonderful. Right, 60 minutes gone. Time for Barry to come on that left side. Let's hopefully make a change. Or hopefully this now makes the change. This will do the job. As Menga has the ball taken from under him. Are we going to win it back, though? I'm a bit concerned that if they have one chance and score, I'm going to break something. This could be a chance for us. Caselli on this right-hand side. This is before the change. We've won the corner. I don't think the change has happened yet. I think it's happened now. Okay. We don't even get to see the corner. Okay, Vidal has it relatively deep. Plays it off to Caselli. Barry, who's come on. Well, Barry and Caselli. Barry's been out as well with a broken ankle. The same as Albamba. Caselli finds him. They're reuniting. That they don't want to celebrate together. I feel like there could be potentially some sexual tension between Barry and Caselli. I mean, I'm just speculating. We don't know for sure. Vidal then plays it to Caselli. Lovely first touch. What a cross that is, by the way. The bouncing volley. The half volley by Barry as well. Good grief. That is, I mean, should we watch that again? The cross here from Caselli. It's like one movement. You don't get too excited about the 3D engine that often with Football Manager, but that and then that is ridiculous. Good grief. Barry can't miss. It's 1-0. We take a lead, 20 minutes to go. We're still attacking. I'm wondering whether we come off this now and make sure. Because a win here is huge. We're just going to try and temper this a little bit. Just calm. There's a chance at the end of the game. Hopefully it goes our way, though. We could have made another change, but I don't know. We've been so dominating. It's not like we've been pressed too hard. It's Hessing on this left-hand side. A second, perhaps. Ball played in. Gathered by the goalkeeper. Just 90 seconds remaining. And Reading are going to have to push on. I mean, we'll go defensive. We'll tell them to concentrate. I mean, look at me doing these sort of things. Oh, dear. Concentrate. Oh, my word. They're coming forward. Don't do this. Ball played in when Nan claims it. That should be that. We might even make a second change here. I mean, if the ball never goes out, we'll never see that. But, yeah, Barry goes forward. Barry driving forward. Ball in. Menga. Well, I was worried about them coming forward. It turns out it's our goal. That hair is going to be forever outstanding. 2-0 then. That's going to be that. And how does that put our goal difference compared to Arsenal? It's slightly better. So if you avoid a defeat against Arsenal, it'll be fine. This puts us top of the table. I mean, with not long to go. Again, I should be excited. I felt like this last episode. I should be excited, but I'm nervous because I know what happens to me. Traditionally, in sort of my FM career, I've had a season where I go very close. We've had that already. We lost on goal difference to Manchester United, and then I get there. Last season, bit of an anomaly though, and this season is the season that if we don't succeed here, we'll probably never succeed. That's the problem. Mentally, we're fragile. Okay, second game coming up. It's the big one against Arsenal. We go top of the table. Let's take you there. I mean, shall we have a look at what Arsenal have got coming up in the end of the table? We should see this. How are Arsenal doing? Caselli has 17 assists. Okay, so they're still in the Champions League and the FA Cup. They've got fixtures galore, my word. Not very many tough ones, though. They play Forest today. It must be sort of a later game. We obviously had the early kickoff. Then they play us next Saturday. Then they've got a very sort of jam-packed run of fixtures. That Champions League quarter-final is on them. I mean, we're in it as well, but they've also got the FA Cup semi-final to contend with. I think that gives us a slight advantage. Hopefully they beat Monaco as well to make it even more difficult. Okay then, the big one, the Arsenal match, and a change as well. Feldmeier's going to drop to the bench. Barry's going to come in on that left side. I think the chemistry he's got with Caselli, despite being on either wing, is something to take advantage of. Menga up top through the middle, Sergio in behind, Kasper Vidal, Hessing, Ankerbrand, Jonat German, Oliveira, and Renan in goal. Albamba on the bench, Kovalev on the bench, Manzo on the bench, Feldmeier on the bench. The strongest bench we've ever had. Marky Parky on the bench. So let's go into this game with high spirits and big expectations. It's the Salford story, and can it be, well, put in the right direction if you win this today? I mean, win this, and it's pretty much done. So I think we're going to go, again, I feel like assertive's probably the best thing to do. Pick up where you left off last time. We played well, and it'd be wrong of me to change this. So the defence look happy. We carry on. And this is the big game then. I mean, shall we take a quick... I mean, I've skipped through this, just a blind panic. Shall we look through their team as well? So let's just pause this a second. They're playing a diamond, which I've not seen them play before, ironically enough. Well, ironically, differently enough. They've got Jeffrey at right back. The Dutchman looks decent. Physically bloody good, isn't he? Kieran Adams up front. Okay. Emiliano... Okay, yep. Oh, Emilio... Okay, well, he's... Shouldn't have looked at him. And Kolev. It's like Kovalev, but without the attacking... Hang on, he's English. Kolev? Bulgarian roots. I mean, how modern. Okay, now we've been scared by their team. 3 minutes in, let's continue. Hopefully, we can do the job. I fear that away from home, Arsenal are going to have far more of the ball. The chances of us playing on a counter-attack probably increase. And the first chance of the game goes Arsenal's way. It's headed across. Jeffrey with a header. Renan, I don't know what Renan's up to, but Jeffrey scores the goal. 20 minutes gone, and it puts Arsenal in a lead, which is not good at all in any way. The free kick's taken, and the ball's lofted in. It's headed clear by You're Not German, and Jeffrey with a sort of a speculative header. I mean, Renan, mate. Marky Parky would have got there. Okay, half an hour gone. Still close. We've switched it up to the counter-attack. I'm tempted to come off them a little bit, play a little bit deeper, not worry about it too much, but run at their defence if you get the ball. I mean, there's a second chance, and it's going Arsenal's way just before half-time. A goal here would be painful. We've got it back, though. Sergio plays through Menga, and all of a sudden we're on the counter-attack. Menga from an impossible angle. Menga with a shot on goal. It's going to be a corner. The chances are this won't come to a great deal, but Barry will take it, swings it into the front post and cleared. That's probably going to bring us to half-time. In terms of system and formation, I don't know what to do. Menga's having a very poor game. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm happy. I'm not happy. I'm angry. Come on, let's show a bit of desire. Do you want to win this? There we go. They look pumped up. But again, Menga, not the greatest of reactions. And when you've got a player like Manzo on the bench, you can't not bring him on. I think at some point, Feldmeier and Kovalev may come into the action as well. Because in fact, Feldmeier might come on now for Caselli. I know that seems brave. Oh dear. Do we bring him on now? I'm taking the executive decision. Feldmeier on. Caselli off. We've got one more change as well. It might be injury based, but I'm thinking Kovalev for Sergio at some point. Okay, ball's fired in. Manzo on it all of a sudden. Sergio, Barry, shots on goal. Manzo, it's found its way into the back of the net. Substitute scores. David Manzo, 26th goal of the season. It was an absolute calamity. I tell you what, since the half, we've had 5 shots. I think 3 of them come here, to be fair. There's 1. There's 2. I mean, do we have another one in all of this? It's just, okay, well, this is the 3rd one of the bunch. It's deflects in off the ankles of an Arsenal defender. Kolev, yeah, well, that's what you get for not having the name fully written out. And what we need to remember here, folks, is that a draw is quite good. But, I mean, do we go for this? What am I saying? Okay, I think with 20 minutes left to go, 50 minutes left to go, we're going to bring on Kolev because he's just got a little bit of an X factor as the ball's played out to the edge of the box. Arsenal corner, shot on goal, could be dreadful. It's hit the white crossbar. I mean, the beam's been struck. Jeffrey again, blocked and behind for another corner. Little bit nervy, but we've got good defenders out there. I trust our defenders to do the job. Header clear again, out to Webb this time, and I mean, a counter-attack could be on if we get it clear. Feldmeier, we know how quick he can be. The highlight's over. I suspected as much. Okay, there's a little bit of time left. I think the Kovalev, just, oh dear. We're doing it. Kovalev on. Come on, Kovalev, get the winner. Imagine, he's had such an underwhelming time in his Salford career. For him to come off the bench now and do something magical would be gore scenes. Okay, time's ticking down. There's 30 seconds left. A goal either way is huge in the context of in the entire season. Fernandes puts it in. The chances are, folks, this will be that. And, hold on. Kovalev. Manzo! Well, that would have been a moment of excitement. He's offside. That's going to be game. And a 1-1 away at Arsenal it's a good result. I mean, losing would have been catastrophic. Winning would have been fantastic. And drawing, a good result. I'll say it again. It's a good result. Okay then, folks. That does bring us to the end of this episode. Next time round, the 2 legs against Sampdoria with a league game in the middle. We might do all 3. You never know. That draw against Arsenal then keeps us top of the table with 4 to go. It's Liverpool, QPR, Manchester City and Brighton. Thinking about it more and more, we have to show that Liverpool game. Next episode, a 3-game bonanza. Who knew? Right then, if you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. We care for minutes, which I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. This has gone better than you expected, hasn't it? I know. I feel the same.